Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Tosin and I'm Nigerian. Hello everyone, welcome back again. So initially I had like a line of posts that I wanted to make, but the last few weeks have been very hectic. Like I remember entering October 1 I had a job. I was in Lagos and I was like, I'm not even celebrating independence because we're 60 years old. I'm Nigerian, by the way, so I'm talking about Nigeria. We're 60 years old and we're really not independent. Like, it's just the whole state is just, the whole country is just in a mess, And as of October 1, I still didn't know that it could even get messier than that. And that's the irony of it. Within like a week, everything just changed. And I just want to use this video to first give you like a backstory of what has been happening in Nigeria. I encourage you to check my description box. I'm going to put links to materials that you can read up on to know what exactly the Endsars protest is about. Endsars protest was just like the Endsars protest, quite alright, yeah. And it was for like the disbandment of a certain unit in the police force, yes. But then I feel like holistically it was more like end bad governance, end police brutality, stop killing us, stop profiling youths, and stop extorting them, and stop the corruption. It was an umbrella term for a lot of bad things that have been going on in Nigeria. And like, I've always been politically conscious somehow. I think I got that from my dad somehow, but I've always been very like, and that's the reason why last year, for instance, I didn't listen to any news. Like, I intentionally avoided all the news stations and newspapers because I just discovered that the state of the nation used to affect my mood like a lot. Like, I'll be very upset like about certain things of me. My point is, police brutality knows no gender. So if you were on the fence about it because you feel like, oh, it's not going to affect you because you're female, well, I'm here to tell you that you're very wrong, and it has no gender. It gets to every one of us eventually if it is not curbed. It's not even a joking matter. I laugh when I'm uncomfortable. That's why I'm laughing. Nigeria is in a state of anarchy right now. Like, everybody keeps saying it, but the reality is that we could go into war at any time. People are angry. People are hungry, people are largely uneducated, and people are suffering. That's a very bad mix, if you ask me. Fine, we're a third world country, but then we now have social media, so we can see what is obtainable in other countries, and we want better. So you know what this means, right? It means that there has been an awakening over the years, and people realize that Nigeria can actually be better. Like, we have enough resources to make it better, but you guys, the government, they've just decided to be mad people. And this Endsars protest was one of the ways. It was an eye-opening time for me, you guys. Like, I just saw that I've always known that the rot is deep when it comes to corruption and everything. The rot is deep in Nigeria. Like, it's not just one person or a group of people. It's like in every single place you go, the rot is deep. It is deep. So this period of time, I think it just made me realize that everybody is actually tired, and a lot of people who travel is not because they want to leave Nigeria and leave their friends or their family or environment that they're used to and they've grown to love. It's because they want a better future for themselves and their children. This period of time just made me realize how terrible our leaders are. They're wicked people. Like, SARS protest began when one guy was killed in a state in Nigeria. I'm not sure. SARS people drove off with his car and people were just really angry, and then it turns out that a lot of people had stories about police brutality. A lot of people had stories about this particular unit in the police, and then they just all bonded over the pain, and before we knew it, boom, people started talking about protesting, and people organized a nationwide protest, and that's how it started. Why did I join? I joined because, number one, I've already said it's an umbrella for a lot of problems in Nigeria, and I just felt like, okay, I should stop being a keypad warrior and actually begin to actively hold our government accountable and request for better treatment and just a right to live in my own country. Then, okay, I also said it already that police harassment knows no gender and everything. So I just said, like, you know what? Very soon, if these people are not stopped, they are going to park in front of your gate and just walk inside and then tell everybody to bring their money out or bring their phones out, because now it's like daylight robbery already. So it's remaining for them to be going from house to house now, raping people and killing them. I'm serious, because I mean, what are the chances that it will not deteriorate into that? It's a matter of time. It's just a matter of time. For those people that did not join, I mean, that period there were a lot of people that didn't join the protest, and normally I always try as much as possible not to, like, I don't want to be like I'm bullying someone to take a stance for social issues and everything, like, but this one was so annoying. I felt like people that did not say anything did like a great injustice, not to just themselves, but to people that would come after them. You know, the way that we're all looking back at our parents and saying, you guys actually failed us. There were a lot of things that you people could have nipped in the bud, but you just looked away and you just focused on buying jeeps and building houses, and now the country is in a state of disarray, like total disarray. That's the same way some people are going to look back and then going to talk to us now that you guys could have done something, you know. So in my head I just feel like it was just me trying my best. I'm not one to just give up without even like putting in some efforts. Like, it was just sad that a lot of people did not see that, they didn't get the big picture, and they refused to take a stand, and they refused to talk about it. They refused to use their voice, they refused to use their platforms to amplify our own voices, and they just refused. And it was really sad, like, that things that affect us. And if it doesn't even affect you, it has probably affected someone that you know, or it's going to affect someone that you know later on. Really, it doesn't make you mature, it doesn't make you wiser than those that spoke. It's just really stupid and cowardly. Where are we now? Okay, so where are we now? Politicians are lying, they're changing the narrative, they're saying things like it never happened, then later they'll come and say, oh, it happened but we didn't kill anybody. They are doing the push back and forth thing. Lagos in the state of disarray. A lot of people lost their businesses because towards, like, we had protests for at least 10 days which were quite peaceful, except in Abuja, which is the capital, where they started harassing them from the first day of the protest. You guys, I don't want to remember in detail how it, like, at the end of the protest it got hijacked by hoodlums. You know, and whenever they say that hoodlums thing, it just busts my head, because hoodlums are Nigerians that are youths like us, but there are people that did not have certain privileges that you and I have. For instance, education, a roof over their heads, food. They don't have that. They probably don't even have parents that care about where they are, whatever they are up to. So yeah, hoodlums are Nigerians, and the system created it. Like, you know that song of "We Are the Monsters You Created"? Yes, that's it. So yeah, so those hoodlums, I don't know whether they are paid or they are not paid. They hijacked the protest in several states. They were causing mayhem. They turned it into a money-making scheme. In Ibadan here, they were making people pay money to pass. Like, it was just a mess. So, like, they used the opportunity to declare the protest dangerous and then impose the curfew in Lagos. And you guys, I don't know, it's just been like a dream. You know, when you think about something, you're like, did this actually happen? Like, so on the 20th of October 2020, after the curfew was imposed by the Lagos state government, by 12 o'clock of that day, the curfew was supposed to commence by 4, which did not make any sense, because Lagos is one of the most populous cities in Africa, and the road network does not match the population. So that means there's like usually always traffic in almost everywhere in Lagos. So by like 6:37, they went to Lekki Toge. There were some people who said they were just going to observe their curfew there. Instead of going home, they won't move around, but they will just stay there and they will sleep there overnight. And yeah, was that disobedient of this? Was that disobeying the curfew? Well, maybe, but does that mean that they should get shot? Whenever I see arguments like that on Twitter, I just feel so bad. Like, in my head, I'm just like, are you human? Are you mad? Like, how is it that, how can you say that? Like, how is it commensurate? How is the action commensurate to the punishment? Like, if people skip curfew or they don't obey your instructions as the governor of a state, do you kill them? Is that what we do now? Thank God for the people that were there, that were able to record the whole situation, because now they are still saying that it's Photoshop. They are saying the video is Photoshop. They are saying that people are lying. Then now they are saying that they did not kill anybody, while there were reports of them picking up the bodies of those that they shot and throwing them into their van. We don't know where those bodies are. See, for all we know, they could have sunk them into one sea, burnt them to ashes somewhere. The families would never have closure. Some of these people that died, their families don't know yet. For instance, I spoke to one of my friends and he was like he wanted to go there on that Tuesday night. See, I didn't speak to him that day of that Tuesday. So if anything had happened to him, I'm very sure that I would have been like, I would have definitely felt in my mind like he was at home. He could not have been at the toll gate because he even stays a distance away from there. You understand? So some of these people's families don't even know where they are. They probably think they are lost or something. Like, and the government of Nigeria has still not sacked anybody. Nobody has resigned. Nobody has owned up. Who gave the order for the Lekki massacre? Nobody's saying anything. It's just like, oh, it has happened, you guys should move on. And it's crazy because those were people like me and you. They had dreams, they had aspirations, no matter how little. They were living, breathing, walking, eating just like us, and someone just shot them because they went to protest and took away their bodies. And now there's really almost no proof that they were even killed, or they were even ever at the Lekki protest in the first instance. You guys, Nigeria is a crazy place to be right now, and it's so draining for me mentally that this has been happening. Like, I don't even know what to do. I feel helpless, I feel frustrated, I feel angry, and sometimes I just feel very like I can't breathe. Like, I just feel like I can't breathe. Like, I'm having anxiety attacks right there on my bed because it's just like these people do not care about us. You understand? Like, I've come to the conclusion that our politicians hate us. They hate us. Like, it's not about, oh, they don't care. No, they hate us because there's one thing for you to steal wealth, money of the nation and convert it into your personal property. Then there's another thing for you to kill people in cold blood and then nothing happens. Just remove. We just not say anything, and that's all. No apologies. Our president gave a speech devoid of emotions, blaming people, literally saying that the worst thing I've ever heard. Like, I wish he just did not make that speech. I wish he didn't say anything, And after then, he has still not said anything, you guys. Nothing. So what can you do to help? You can educate people around you, like your bike man, your gate man, anybody that you think that, okay, this person can be used as a tool again in the hands of these evil politicians against 2023 or the next election in your state, whenever it might be. You have to tell people, get to the grassroots. And that's one of the things I noticed. Like, we, the middle class guys, were like running this whole thing without the grassroots really knowing what was happening. You guys, our media was hijacked in Nigeria. Like, it shocked me. Now I'm now doubting every single thing that I've ever known. In my head, I'm thinking like, that am I even sure that this happened? Am I sure that happened? Because if these people can lie so blatantly, if these people can alter the truth without any fear whatsoever and no repercussions, then how much of our history is correct? How much of these things actually happened? How many other things happened that we never heard of or we will never hear of ever? How many? So it's been deep for me, Sha. Like, my head has just been reeling. Like, it's just, I don't know. It's the worst thing, man's inhumanity to man. Like, I don't stop talking. Like, I feel like everybody's tired and everybody's exhausted and the ginger is low, but we have to keep talking, you guys. Like, we have to apply pressure. We have to keep talking because if we keep quiet, they are going to oppress our lives. Like, we're going to be in big trouble. Just imagine that. An elected person. It's not like that's your father's house. We elected you there, and then you're there killing people and then lying about it. It was CNN's interview with him that this man first admitted that the army was even there. He kept saying, forces beyond my control, forces beyond my control. Who are the forces behind the control? Sanwo-Olu. The army said he was there. He said the army said they were there on his orders. He said he does not have the power to call the army. So who called the army? Who? It's just crazy, honestly. Another thing you can do is just wake up and get involved. You have to like be part of the conversation now actively. You have to be there. If not, we can't leave the ruling of this country to a few anymore. We can't. It's already almost a communist nation as it is. Like, they should be already comparing us to China in terms of social media usage now, as per ban it. So it's only a matter of time, right? It's only a matter of time. Then yeah, get your PVC. I don't know, 2023 feels like 100 years from now to get these people out of their offices. And there's just so much work to be done anyways. So I think it's perfect. It's perfect. Everything God does is perfect. Some of them we do not understand, but that's what I've been telling myself. So I feel like now that he has started this good work, he's going to complete it. Like, I'm just so sad that people died. I'm just so sad. Like, I wish, ending this whole video with 10 things I learned from the Endsars protest. So number one is, my generation is different. Now, okay, so in the midst of all of this, I've just decided that I am going to remain very proud of what we did. Might not have turned out the way we envisioned. We're the people that order our food online and get it in 1 hour. So yeah, we're a little bit impatient. So we probably thought it was going to just happen like boom, 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 boom. Everybody would step down. Things would change. No. I was one of those people that I think we're just a little bit idealistic. So yeah, I'm so proud to be in this generation. I'm impressed. I am shocked. I remember how happy I used to be, like, wow, you guys were actually doing this. And yeah, so my generation is different and I love it. We have our flaws, but we're doing okay, and we're trying so hard. We are doing things that so many people before us would never have done, and they were even in better opportunity. They had better opportunities to do it than us. So that's very impressive. That's something that I'm very proud of, irrespective of how everything now makes us look like we are mad people. But we know that we did something good, and a lot of wise people around us too, older than us, they can see that we did something good. Number two, women are important. See, women, if you're on Twitter, if you're not, women did a good. I feel like if this whole protest started and women did not join for reasons best known to them, it would have ended way before this whole thing escalated. Like, it would probably have just lasted maybe 2 days, or maybe just that first day, because there was funding, there was this, it was good. And women are important. That's in everything. Remember that. Don't be one of the people that will forget the roles of women in the Endsars protest of 2020. Don't be part of those people, please. Okay? But 3, the government of Nigeria hates its citizens. No cap. Like, they want to kill us. They want to keep us poor, unfed, uneducated. They want to do that because he helps them achieve their aim. And what's their aim? To keep stealing and to keep enriching themselves. So they hate us, the citizens. They hate us. Every single one of their actions, it just shows deep hatred for their citizens. They do not care about us. They don't. 4, social media is a blessing. You guys, I was on DJ Sweet's Insta Live, and the military, one man that I don't know from somewhere, it wasn't even Buratai, it was one of these other majors that said it was edited. And Instagram Live, it was edited. Even me, that I'm a YouTuber, that I'm a video content creator, that I teach people to edit, I cannot edit such. Thank God for social media. That's all I can say. Because only God knows what they would have said in the time past. Only God knows how many things have happened. They will deny it. The people that witnessed it and can live to tell the story will look like the liars. But see how God works. There was IG Live of over 150,000 people watching. So good luck. peddling that news. Good luck. Social media is a blessing. And that's the reason why we've been able to get the word out there. There are videos, there are pictures, there are a lot of things so that people outside Nigeria, even outside Africa, can see what is happening in Nigeria. So they know. So in case there's one picture that you're painting out, no, you're killing your citizens. And now people know that. And you're lying. That's it. And so, yeah, social media is a blessing. They're trying to regulate it now. Like Mohammed is comparing Nigeria to China in terms of social media. So they want to regulate our social media. He's forgetting that China is the country where they kill their leaders that are found being corrupt. They kill them, they exterminate, they execute them publicly. So I wish we could implement that in Nigeria too, sir. You might not even be alive. You and many of your friends. I dare say that. I do. So in case you want to do that, you want to copy China's model, we might as well start from that. Copy it holistically. To all the sectors. Let's not pick the one that favors us only. That's what I have to say. Another thing I learned is everyone should be involved in country's affairs. I already said that. Like, we can't just be looking. You guys, you can't be looking. These people are ruining everything. They've ruined everything already. And they are going to continue. So, even if you're going to leave Nigeria, do you want to leave and never come back? Because from the airport, maybe by the time you even want to come back, there'll be no airport because they've sold it, or it has crashed, or there's no light to run it. That's something to consider. Another thing, poverty rates are insane in Nigeria. You guys, people are poor. See, whenever I think about poverty now, I'm just thinking like, I'm sure the statistics cannot cover how many people are in Nigeria, like accurately. People are poor. And government is still hoarding Indomie and sugar and spaghetti. People are suffering. People are poor. I started thinking about a lot of things that period. The Endsars period brought so many things to like my forehead. Like, people are poor, people are suffering, and that's the reason why it's very easy for you to offer them 1,500 naira. You guys, in dollars, that's less than $10. What am I even saying? What am I saying? That's about $4 to come and fight at a protest and kill people and injure people. You are buying cutlass for hoodlums with government money to come and disrupt a protest. It's poverty. People are hungry, so that 1.5 is a lot of money to them. It is terrible. Another thing I learned from the Endsars protest is that illiteracy is a disease. See, educated people. See, education is so key. And because of this poverty, a lot of people can't afford education, and the free education in Nigeria is nonsense. And the teachers are not well paid. The school structures are dilapidated. Nobody cares. So a lot of people go to school, but then they don't learn anything, and then they just come out with the same mindset, the same behavior, and they just feel like there's nothing for them in this world. Education expands your mind. It opens your mind. I feel like the leaders of this country are intentionally keeping people poor and uneducated because it fits their agenda. When it's time for elections now, they'll share half a bag of rice and some measly oil and get their votes. It's an unending circle of madness. Another thing I learned is that religion is the opium of the masses. Oh my god. I don't know, should I talk about this? But a lot of people did not post until their religious leaders posted. I was just like, wow, okay. Not today. I'm not discussing this today. But yeah, that's one thing I learned. I think I've always known, but then for some people, it was really disappointing. I was just disappointed. I was just like, you should have a mind of your own. God created you and gave you a brain for a reason. A brain. He gave you the ability. The Spirit of God is in you to know and to be able to discern between good and bad. But you would not do that. You would look away. You would look away. until your religious leader says you can now talk. It's stupid. And I don't think that's what Jesus died on the cross for. I don't think he did that. I don't think he died for you to be free and free indeed. But your mind is like, oh gosh. So number 9, one protest can start a revolution. Yeah, Endsars protest. And I feel like it has opened a lot of people's minds to things. And I don't even know. I'm not eager to know what's next. I'm not eager because this one has really kind of messed with me on a very deep level. Like, but I'm hopeful that something good will come out of everything. I'm hopeful that those that died, it will not just be in vain. I'm hopeful and I'm willing to put in the work. When the time is right, I would know what to do. And that's what I'm counting on. I'm just waiting for the dust to settle. Let's know what we can do, because it's not funny. It's not okay. It's not okay at all. Then the 10th thing I learned is that police brutality is a worldwide phenomenon. And that's the reason why a lot of people could relate to it. Not just within Africa, but everywhere. See, in fact, the Black Lives Matter movement that held earlier this year. Police brutality. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you watched to this end, well, I'll say thank you. And I'm sorry for ranting. And you should please take care of your mental health. I've been watching Korean series. Then I'll practice my past questions with that game I told you about in one of my videos. Then I sleep a lot, because I discovered that when I'm sleeping I can't see bad news. You get? So, and I've not been doing things I love. I've just been in a limbo. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm just there. But today I woke up and I saw one note that I wrote to myself in 2018. Not one, like about 4 pieces of paper. I stumbled across them when I was cleaning out a bag I used to use when I was in OAU. And I just thought, you know what, like, I think I should get back up. I've been down for almost the whole of this month at this point. So I'm going to get back to creating content, not regularly because I don't know, there's still law school, but then I'm going to go back. I'm going to pick a schedule somehow. I'm going to make it work, and in the meantime I'm going to still be tweeting and putting it out there that there's nobody that has owned up to the killings of those innocent protesters, peaceful people holding up the Nigerian flag. Nobody. So while I'm posting my little makeup and everything, I'm going to just somehow be slipping it in. I hope we never forget. It's a tragedy. It's horrible. It's some of those things that you read in history books and then you're like, oh my God, this happened. But really experiencing it, being in the time and place, sad. God help us. And have a nice day. Bye. Thank you for watching. Bye.